I have been a police officer for 17 years, working predominantly in Christchurch, working predominantly as a frontline police officer. And after listening to our other speakers, and after working in that environment, I've had a guts full of alcohol problems and the liquor industry pushing a drug onto our young people, and for us at the front line, picking up the pieces. I've had an absolute guts full of it. I see the quotes that Gilbert brought about, 1870, 1856, when will we learn? When will we grow up? When we will have the courage to stand up and make good decisions about a drug which is peddled within our society. It is time that we made a difference. It is time we said enough is enough, and it is time our parliamentarians stood up and made the hard decisions, and instead of making quick fix solutions, looked at long-term sustainable changes to the legislative framework that we have. It is time that you as a community stood up and made your thoughts known. If 20,000 people can walk on Queen Street because they're thinking of mining the conservation reserves, why aren't we in the streets saying that our children are losing their childhood when Craig is dealing with 12 and 14-year-old kids and Jan is doing the same in our emergency department? Why aren't we standing in the streets and yelling at our politicians, please make a change? Alcohol is not a normal commodity. It is not like bread, butter and cheese. The liquor industry and the supermarkets will tell you it is. It is not. We spend about $85 million a week on alcohol. That's why they don't want you to understand that as a drug. That's why they are telling our politicians, don't make any changes, or if you do, just feather the nest a little bit for us, will you? 44% of all alcohol that is consumed in New Zealand is consumed in a situation where people say, I want to get pissed. It is not a little thing. And you will hear ministers and you will hear the liquor industry say, it's only a small problem. We don't want to be a nanny state. We don't want to affect all the good people in New Zealand. But I tell you, it is not a little problem. And we need to do something about it. I'm not going to read all these. You can read them, the statistics, but I believe that they are right. And they prove that we have a problem. Alcohol is in the same hazard category as agents such as asbestos, formaldehyde and tobacco, and the TUI ad doesn't tell you that. If we do not touch price, availability and convenience with the change in legislation, we might as well go home. They must be addressed in changes to legislation. Two stories to finish with. One is a man standing, looking down on the beach and sees this younger person picking things up and throwing them into the sea. Thinks it's a bit strange, keeps on doing it. Goes down there, sees that this child is picking up something, throws it out, picks up and sees that these are starfish all the way up, being lifted into the high tide mark and the tide's gone out. And this kid's picking them up and throwing them out. And this older person says to this kid, what a waste of time. You will never, ever affect change. How can you do that? You're wasting your time. You won't make a difference. This kid picks up another one and says, made a difference to that one. Made a difference to that one. You can make a difference if you're determined to. Last story. I'm sick and tired of being too late. A number of years ago, on a Sunday afternoon, I was working in Sumner. The radio called up, any free unit available? I said, yep, I'm available. What job have you got? The job was, we have a female on the phone who is talking to a female at an address in Ferry Road, and her partner, after drinking all day, has walked to the garage with a ladder and a rope, and he's going to hang himself, and the kids are outside. We have ambulance on the way. I drove pretty fast to that job. Here's a man going to commit suicide, and it was a Sunday afternoon. I drove down the middle of Ferry Road reasonably fast, breaking the speed limit, lights and siren going. I'm going to get there, I'm going to get there, I'm going to save this man. This is my job. This is why I joined the police. Race down Ferry Road, through the traffic, turn right into the driveway, versatile garage, through the side door. In there, here he is hanging. Cut him down, get him down, ambulance behind us. Put him on the machine, flatline. Too late. Stuff it. Left some of the central staff to deal with the two kiddies that were waiting outside to see if their dad was coming out. I was too late. About a week or so later, on a Tuesday morning I think it might have been, call went up, any free units available? No free units available. Any free units available? We have a father on the phone and he is holding the legs of his son up. He believes that his son is still alive, but his son's been drinking all day and has tried to take his life. He's hanging from the roof. Dad thinks he might still be alive. I'm available. And I thought to myself, I'm not going to be too late this time. So I went a little bit faster. I was in Ferrymead. I travelled across past the, I was going to say something about the ponds, but they're not. I better not say that. Through the sewage ponds, across there into New Brighton, took a couple of wrong turns, calling out comms, where is the address, where is the address, managed to get round there, along the street, long drive. It was a shingle drive, stopped the car, ran down there, jumped up onto the concrete patio, through the front door, looked and saw, here's this father holding his son up. And he looked at me, and I got this impression that he was thinking, here's a policeman, here's Superman, this man's going to save my son. My son's still alive. Jumped in there, cut him down, and I was too late again. And I'm sick and tired of being too late. And it's time we did something about it. And we need to make a decision about what it's going to cost us. Because I think it's costing us too much at the moment. Thank you.